Hello and welcome. I'm Vincent Makori and this is Africa 54. Tonight, fierce fighting between rebels and government soldiers is in its fourth day in the Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo. One UN peacekeeper has reportedly been killed and another injured. DRC Information Minister Lambert Mende told VOA that government troops have regained control in the town of Kiwanja and in the M23 rebel stronghold of Rutshuru in North Kivu province near the border with Rwanda. Fighting erupted on Friday after peace talks between the government and the M23 broke down. The key sticking point is amnesty for the rebels. Both sides accuse the other of starting the fighting. The UN has accused Rwanda and Uganda of supporting M23, an allegation both nations deny. For more on the situation, VOA UN correspondent Margaret Besheer joins us now from New York. Hello, Margaret.
Hey, Vincent. I think you covered everything. You didn't leave me anything.
Hey, come on. You must be having the latest from the situation there in Congo. What do you have?
Well, the mission in Congo, MONUSCO, just wrote to us. They say that the situation on the ground is very tense today, but in fact, the fighting has now stopped between the army and the M23 rebels. They say, as of this morning, there was no fighting in the Kiwanja-Rutshuru area, which I think you mentioned, and that the army has retaken several M23 positions, and they are now in control of the main commercial axis in the north and the south. But the mission is remaining on high alert, and peacekeepers are patrolling the areas and doing aerial reconnaissance to assist the FARDC and to protect civilians.
Yes, now we know that there's supposed to be some discussion on this situation. What do you know about this discussion? What are you hearing?
Discussion here in New York.
Yes, at the UN Security Council.
Right. Well, the Security Council is going to meet here in a few hours to discuss this latest flare-up that started on Friday. Martin Kobler, who's the head of the UN mission in DRC, he was in Goma over the weekend. He will brief the council via a teleconference this afternoon to give them the latest information. Both Mr. Kobler and the Great Lakes Special Envoy, Mary Robinson, issued a statement calling for maximum restraint by all the parties, and they're urging them to return to the Kampala talks to resume negotiations.
Now, we know that it has been mentioned that the sticking point has been amnesty for the rebels. What are the areas where there's general agreement which can give hope to these talks?
Right. Well, they've agreed on 8 out of the 11 issues at stake, including return of displaced persons and refugees, the M23 becoming a political party, moving away from being an armed group and back into the political life, issues like that. But they are having these sticking issues on the amnesty, on integration, disengagement, and on security arrangements. And with the amnesty, I mean, basically the government is saying anyone who has committed a serious crime, anything that could constitute a war crime, a crime against humanity, something like that, would not be eligible for this amnesty. And in fact, the United States agrees with this position. We have a special envoy on the Great Lakes, Russ Feingold. He spoke in Paris today, and he was saying that the U.S. supports the government's position on the amnesty.
Well, Margaret, thank you very much for your reporting.
Nice to talk to you, Vincent.
That's Margaret Besheer, VOA is a correspondent from the United Nations.